Here's my review of the new Freddie Gibbs album, Soul Sold Separately. This is the fourth solo studio album from rapper Freddie Gibbs, his first in a while too, the last one being You Only Live Twice in 2017. And in my opinion, that album really wasn't his strongest, not really one of my personal favorites from Freddie. Especially considering his amazing collaborative works that he's dropped over the past decade. These have been some of the best hip hop albums of the 2010s and even in the 2020s with Alchemist. So yeah, his previous solo works really have not even held a candle to those, but luckily with this new album, Soul Sold Separately, I think he's making a pretty good change here. The album kicks off with the song Couldn't Be Done, which has these great horns, this great soul sample, and this amazing Kelly Price feature on the back end. This is just a really solid opener, and right after that, we get into the song Blackest in the Room, produced by Alchemist. The beginning of the song almost sounds like it could have been on Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost. It has this really, hotel lobby vibe to it. But after about a minute, that changes, and it goes into this more dark, bass-heavy beat that you'd hear, on a Griselda record. But yeah, this is an all-around great track. Solid writing, solid flow, it's solid everything from Freddie. Moving on to later in the track list, we have the song Lobster, Omelette, which has another great beat, and just more great rapping and flows from Freddie all around. The song also has a Rick Ross feature on the back end, which I'm a little bit conflicted by. The mixing is kind of weird on his verse, but it's not too much to bother me. And I don't know, something about Rick Ross's flow over the beat is kind of off to me, I'm not sure. But I still like the track, it's great. The song Feel No Pain is even better. It features an amazing chorus from Anderson .Paak and even a rap verse, which is always great to hear from him. And yeah, just great verses from Freddie and Raekwon, who is also on this track. He does great, but Freddie really has the best verse on here. I love his flow, I love the lyrics on here, it's just great. Rabbit Vision is another great track, which has a much deeper tone than the last few. But the end of the song does have a short, little skit from Joe Rogan, which really caught me off guard. I thought it was hilarious, which honestly is probably not a good thing because this song is not a funny song. But yeah, I don't know, Joe Rogan on the end of a song is really just funny to me. It is certainly better, though, than another skit on this album that I will get to later that is completely terrible. PYS is probably one of, if not my favorite song on the album. The song is produced by DJ Paul, and it even has a great feature verse from him. I don't know, it might just be my 3-6 bias talking, but I just fucking love this style. There's a Kingpin Skinny Pimp sample on it too, and it's perfect, I love it. And then we have another just phenomenal track with Grandma's Stove. On this one, Freddie uses the opening lines of Tupac's Lord Knows. I smoke a blunt to take the pain out, and if I wasn't high, I'd probably try to blow my brains out. And this is just a really heartbreaking song. The use of those Tupac lines really hits hard. The Music Soul Child feature at the end is also very nice. It adds a great little closer to the song. And then right after that, the closing song of the entire album, we have CIA, produced by Madlib. And yeah, it just shows that Freddie and Madlib have just perfect chemistry together. These two do not miss. There's also a bonus track with Scarface, which is also pretty decent. Not my favorite off the album, but it's still good. But as far as individual tracks go, that's kind of where my compliments end. The two singles, Too Much with Moneybagg Yo and Dark Hearted, I thought were alright when I first heard them, but with the album, I don't know, they just kind of seem out of place. I thought that maybe he would be going in a more trap direction for the whole thing after these singles, but he didn't, so now they just kind of sound weird. I love the Bone Thugs influence on the song Pain and Strife, but other than that, it's really not much of an amazing track, and the Offset feature on the end just feels like a chore to get through. It's just another Offset verse, nothing special about it. Zipper Bags and Space Rabbit are also just a couple forgettable tracks. Although the song Space Rabbit does have this terrible skit from Jeff Ross at the end. Look, I am the last person who should be critiquing comedy, but my god, is this thing unfunny, it's annoying, he sounds like he's trying way too hard to be funny, and this thing is 40 seconds long too. It did not need to be on this track. It's kind of unbearable. And then the last song that I'm a bit on the fence with is Gold Rings featuring Pusha T. While I do enjoy the performance from both of them, I don't know, man, something about this beat is just putting me to sleep. This sounds like the type of music I would put on for, my son if I had one to make him go to bed. Maybe it's, the really dreamy piano, or I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of where my major complaints end with this album. I thought this album was pretty solid. It's definitely not one of my favorite Freddie albums, but I do think it is a nice addition to his discography. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. Thank you for watching this video. This is obviously my first video, so if there's like anything I should improve on, put it in the comments. Leave a like if you like the video. Drop a sub if you want to see more. I will be uploading more, of course. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.